co-founder of Affiliate Summit, and just wanted to start getting together groups of people once a month just to bring in speakers. Usually I'll have a more polished speaker, but I just sort of short notice, so just figure I'd jump in here and do it. But just a couple of things really quick. The one thing that we had going on yesterday, I was down at the State House, and there's a House Bill 1317, which, if you're not familiar with it, it aims to declare that affiliates become nexus for a company if a company has an affiliate in the state. So essentially what happens is if they pass this law, then Amazon and all these other companies would kick out affiliates, so they wouldn't have to charge sales tax. So there are only about 3 people that spoke in favor of the bill, and about 15 or so of us that spoke against it. And the guy, some of you might be represented by this guy, H-Tat. He's somewhere, I think, in downtown Austin. This is his area. And I was talking to his aide afterwards. His aide was saying he doesn't think he has much chance of passing. That's sort of good. Because there's, it was at the Ways and Means Committee, and the co-chairman, Otto, there has a competing bill that doesn't include affiliates in it. So it's very good to hear. And it seemed like I got sort of hard to get a feel, but it seemed like the majority of the Ways and Means Committee was against at least the affiliate language. So I'm confident that we did a pretty good job there yesterday, and then we'll pass it. But definitely keep you up to date with that. Otherwise, if you're an affiliate, Affiliate Summit puts out a survey called AppStat. It's going through March 31st. If you want to fill that out, it's a free report we'll be putting out. You can follow all those different data points, so just go to appstat.com for that. And then otherwise, I'm just going to jump into this and give a primer about how to get the affiliate site going. And then after that, if anybody has any questions, feel free to jump in there. And otherwise, just go back to enjoying pizza and hanging out chatting. But anyway, so the whole concept here is I've seen a lot of people talking about how you can make money easily, make millions of dollars with an affiliate site. And I just wanted to give sort of a realistic view, just an example of how I make sites and I replicate them over and over again. Basically just a basic content site on using WordPress. And so let me just go through the various components here that I use. So I'm going to just touch on these 7 things that I go through. Just how to pick a topic that you want to use, finding your voice for writing the content, picking a domain name, your hosting, using an email service to market it, and then an important thing, having patience with it, and also where to find affiliate programs that are relevant to you to promote. So first of all, I guess there's sort of 2 camps in how to pick a topic to promote. Some people like to just chase the trends, and I usually recommend avoiding that because you just get bored of promoting. In the past, I would try to pick up and do these various sites on the big topics of the day, whatever was leading Google Trends, and I would go through weeks of work to set up a nice site and start churning out content, and I would just get bored and give it up and just wasting weeks there and just kill the site. So I would definitely advocate just trying to figure out like 2 or 3 things that you're really into and just narrow it down into one topic. And one good thing is just to do a search for the keywords for whatever the topics are you're looking at, just see which ones are more popular, to see if you have, just to estimate what kind of potential audience you might have. But one thing to bear in mind there too is that if it's very popular, you have a lot more competition. So if you go really niche-y, then you can sort of dominate that space if you pick the right one. So there's almost not really a perfect way to go about it. Just do your research and just get a feel for what kind of audience you might have there. And as far as finding your voice, what I advocate is just creating a content site in WordPress. It's just an easy way to get into it. And don't try to write like your New York Times writing. Just write it first person in your voice. And I find that just comes off a lot easier to get that out there and just churn out content. And one thing for me, I've been writing daily, 7 days a week, for about 4 years straight, and one thing that really helps me is to have an editorial calendar. So I just map out what I'm going to do the next week or so, and sometimes it changes if I have some good news or anything that I want to work in there, but otherwise I just always have something ready to go so I can just churn out a post nice and quick. And one thing I definitely recommend is for you to just become the expert in whatever it is, the niche that you're covering, and one tool I use is feedback, and what that enables me to do, and you can do this with a million different forms and things, but just enables you to create a form so you can collect questions. So I have a site, AskSeanCollins.com. People can ask me affiliate marketing questions. And so I'm able to just answer these questions easily, just spitting out the answers there. And And the neat thing is that it's pretty much I get about 15 different questions over and over again. And so I just keep re-answering them in different language, so it just goes crazy until it penetrates the long tail, and I just own so many keywords in the Google results with that, just because people are just, with all the natural language, they're asking questions, and that's what people are searching in.
So say that again about the long tail stuff?
Basically, people keep asking sort of a dozen or 15 of the same questions over and over again.
With slightly different language.
Yeah, since they're all different people, they're asking them in a different way, sometimes with slightly different phrasing. Sometimes they might use keyword as 2 words, or sometimes 1 word. So I just go verbatim with their phrasing, figure that's the way that people are searching, and so I end up just covering pretty much every possible way people are searching for different questions.
What's the site you're using to collect it?
It's freezeback.com.
But the site you're running where people...
Oh, it's askseancollins.com.
Oh, okay.
And basically it's just a 2-page WordPress site where people can submit the question and then a thank you page. And I thought about folding it into my main blog, but I've got an index wall for my name on there, so...
That's insanely smart.
Yeah, in addition to having the form, I just have my blog syndicated there with a couple posts, so it's always updated and keeps it fresh. And also I use Google Alerts to farm in some content, just to, whenever there's a news story that's relevant, I can just sort of rewrite that and put my take in on it. But also one thing about the Ask the Expert type sites that's worked really well for me is that I answer them all on video, so the answers are very keyword rich. They're just in my natural language. I don't have anything scripted at all, so it's all in one take. I do it very quick, usually like a minute and a half for an answer. I just read the question, just spit it out naturally, and I transcribe it. I can do it pretty quick since it's only like a minute and a half of audio there. And so I post that transcription in the description on YouTube. So then, since YouTube is such an important search engine as well, that I get well indexed multiple times for these same posts. And so then I use that same, I just copy and paste that question and answer from YouTube and put that as my post. And I embed the YouTube video in there. And that's worked out really well for me. So
are you just doing manual transcription?
Yeah.
Just listening to the audio and typing it out?
Yeah, I figured I can do it very short in 5 minutes instead of bothering to farm it out and wait days for it.
Feed it into Dragon naturally speak.
I tried that, but with my unique voice, I can't really understand me. But I guess a lot of people are a little bit apprehensive about trying video, but obviously I'm not Tom Brokaw. I just go in there and just speak my regular way, and just people tolerate it because they like the information. As far as the domain names, a lot of people sort of obsess about having the perfect name and everything. I would say GoDaddy's the one that I use, so I just recommend that. But I'd say don't spend any more than 20 minutes or even less than that with whatever the domain is for this site you're going to use. And usually I'll just come to one thing I do is I constantly, whenever I think of some good name, I just go and register for a lot in the tank that I just dip into to make new sites with. And there are a lot of them that I'll never use that I've been renewing for 10 years too. Like I was reminded a couple days ago, I was watching the movie Reality Bites, and you guys are familiar with that. And at one point towards the end, one of the characters says something in Clever Land, just some line he says about something, so I was watching that years ago, and I got cleverland.com. I can't imagine what I'll ever use that for, but I have a wasteland of domains like that that are funny to me for 2 seconds, and I buy them and just throw the money at the window. But I have some that I got randomly like that. Like I got this one feedfront.com years ago that I thought it sounded neat. That was sort of the opposite of feedback, just getting information on the front end. And we ended up using that through Affiliate Summit for our magazine, feedfront.com. And so, and if you want to get a subscription, it's free for anybody in the US. It comes out quarterly. But I definitely recommend, because I get so many goofy names on domains for sites, to just start with 1 year and renew it if it makes sense, and otherwise just let it die. And for hosting, I've gone through so many hosts over the years. My 2 preferred ones right now are Bluehost for just small affiliate sites looking for a shared server, and then Liquid Web if you're looking for, if you want to just have your own box. And I've been happy with both of them for their support and their pricing and everything. So there are tons of options out there. I definitely wouldn't recommend one-on-one and GoDaddy from some past experiences. But those guys I've been very happy with. for email, I see a lot of people don't give an option for that on their blogs. That's one thing that I think is a huge thing to offer, because you want to give people the option to consume your content wherever they want to instead of forcing them to come back to you. So I use a service, Aweber at aweber.com, and they have this option called RSS to email, where basically it just takes your RSS feed and auto-generates newsletters for you, and you can have it so that it goes out daily or weekly or like in increments of however many posts, every post or every 3 posts. And so I used to spend like an hour per newsletter just manually making these newsletters, and now I just have it all automated, and the readership keeps growing, and I get the same volume for opens and clicks and everything, so I was wasting my time all those years manually making these newsletters.
How often do you send that newsletter?
I've got multiple lists in there. I have some options to opt in daily and some weekly, and the weekly ones are
the option.
yeah, and the weekly ones are a lot more popular, and so it just usually has like 3, 5, 7 posts in there.
It takes your RSS feed and just creates a newsletter out of it with links back to your site.
Yeah, it takes the original title and just puts an excerpt, like I don't know, the first 150 characters, whatever, and a link to it. And then you could just, they have like dozens of different templates you can use, or else you can just create your own HTML in there to make it your look and feel.
Right.
So I like Aweber a lot, and definitely recommend that if you're not using it already. And the most important thing, so many people, I get emails frequently, people saying that they're in dire straits, they're about to lose their house, they need to make money in the next 2 weeks or else they're on the street. And I can't emphasize enough that you really have to be patient and just start trying out some content on your site and just make it a useful site that people actually want to visit, instead of just having this focus on putting a million ads and thinking people are going to react to it. Just look at it from the eyes of you as an audience, and you know that you wouldn't want to see this site that has 15 ads on it. You're not going to interact with that. And the majority of the ads that I use, like I have some for branding just for affiliate summit and some other things, but the places where I actually make money with affiliate links are text links that nobody clicks on banner ads. They're nice for branding for Amazon or whoever you're promoting, but nobody's clicking on them for you. So you're just wasting your time with those. And also, I see a lot of people that they just put up, they see that something has a great payout. Even they might have a site about like German Shepherds, but they put like weight loss ads on there because they can get $30 leads, and it just doesn't make sense. Like, if you want to run weight loss ads, have a weight loss blog, but put dog-related ads if you have a dog blog. It's just ridiculous to me that people put unrelated ads because they pay better. Because in the end, you're not going to make that much money on it, if anything. So the high payouts are just an impossible achievement for you. And testing, so few affiliates that I talk to tend to test, and whether it's with different merchants or just different banners of the same merchant, I definitely encourage you to do that. Like I regularly go through and order all my affiliate links and see which ones are performing, and so I just have them all through redirects. And in the case of using WordPress, I have a plugin called Pretty Link. They have a light free version, and also you can get a paid version. And also I use Bitly. They have an option for free there, Bitly Pro, where you can pick your own domain and make your own vanity redirect. And so I use that as well. And so if I say I'm promoting GoDaddy, but all of a sudden I decide I hate them a week from now, I can just switch over to Network Solutions, and one change with a URL, I can change everything in all my past blog posts, instead of having to go in there and search and see 50 posts that I have to go manually edit. That's a nightmare. So definitely you test things and use redirects to make it easier on yourself. And while this is not an absolute truth, I'd say if you have a brand new blog with no audience yet, that you probably shouldn't expect any kind of money for months. And some people might get lucky, they have some friends that can send them some nice link juice. But typically it's going to take a while to gain some traction, so you just have to be a little patient with it. And as far as, it's totally unreadable, as far as finding the various affiliate programs that make sense for you, these are the results from the last AppStat report we did. And so pretty much people are finding them across the board. But I found personally that the most useful way to find relevant affiliate programs is to just search for whatever the keyword is that I have, and then just put affiliate or affiliate program on it in Google. So like if I have like this German Shepherd site, I would just search German Shepherd affiliate program, and then you'll probably get like the various pet stores and everything, maybe some niche German Shepherd sites that are affiliate programs. But like a lot of people talk about finding them in forums and stuff. If you have a really niche thing the forums aren't really going to be that much of an aid for you. And if you're just going to look at like, there's still some affiliate directories out there. I'd say some people are still using them, but I think they're totally useless. I can't imagine why 18% or whatever that is, people are finding affiliate programs there. Mostly they're people that they just have self-serving listings and they're two-tier affiliate programs and they're going to kickback if they get people to join. So it's not really useful, it's just them trying to make a couple bucks off you.
I have a question about that.
Okay.
So I want to start an affiliate program for my business.
Okay.
On the other side. Do you suggest using like Commission Junction or doing it myself? Because what you just said was that affiliates might find it kind of themselves.
Well, I guess like based from that chart there, they find it in 15 different places. I would definitely recommend going with an affiliate network because it's a lot harder to get people to join if they have to create a whole new profile and a new login. Like for me personally, I've been an affiliate since '97, but I have so many logins I don't feel like creating a new one. So I want somebody to already have their affiliate program in CJ or ShareSale or Google or one of the existing networks, so I don't have to go there and it's so much quicker for me to apply to it, and that makes a difference to me since the onus is already on me to go there and promote it and get all the links up, so make it as easy as possible for people, even though it's a little bit more cost intensive for you.
Yeah. It's certainly more cost intensive.
But if you were to go with just a software like $100 off the shelf, then if your affiliate program takes off, then you're going to probably want to shift it over to a network to make it more just better tracking and better reporting. And it's nice to have them send the payouts and everything if it starts getting too much of a burden for you to do all that stuff. And but then it's a real hassle. I've done it before trying to migrate everybody over to the network. You're going to lose probably 3/4 at least of these people. So it's better just to try to go with what you hope to be your forever solution right away.
Is there a network that you suggest as somebody starting out?
It really varies depending on what you're trying to do. Like some of them, like for ShareSale, I'd say if you have a smaller budget, that's an excellent option. I like that a lot. But then like LinkShare and Buyat and CJ and Google, they all have a variety of merchants and they do somewhat similar services. So there's not, for me as an affiliate, I don't really have a favorite. I go to wherever the advertisers are, the merchants. So and it's been about 3 years since I've managed programs at the various platforms there, but when I was managing them, I liked CJ better as far as the interface. But I guess to me that was a little bit easier to use, but that might have changed as well in the last few years. But I went sort of fast through some of the stuff here, and so if you wanted to see things a little bit slower and easier to digest, I just created a site, extramoney.answer.com, where I'm going through, and it's a totally free site, no money involved there. I'm going through just basically the origin here is that I was talking to McGraw-Hill about writing a book about how to create an affiliate site, and went all the way down the road. And I decided it wasn't for me because I didn't feel like writing it in 3 months and didn't like some of the things that they wanted me to do. But so I just figured that I would just make it totally free and just post it as I write it. And right now I'm in the second chapter of this, so you can go through and just see methodically how I would tell you to create a brand new site just the way that I do it. Every resource I use, every step I take. So it's something you can go in there and one thing I'm going to do is I have an 11-year-old daughter. I was going to get her to try to understand how I'm explaining it to see. So I figured if an 11-year-old can do it, most adults probably can too.
Some adults.
Yeah. Yeah, so that site's extramoney.answer.com, and it's just all my contact information if you ever have any questions or anything. But also this whole show is on slideshare.net/AFSUM, AFFSUM, and also on my Facebook page, facebook.com/Sean Collins. I have it featured on there recently and on LinkedIn. So and feel free to contact me anytime with questions or anything, Twitter, email, whatever. And I put my phone in there because I really don't usually answer it. So email is the best way to get in touch with me. But that's it. And one thing, I'd love to see you all at Affiliate Summit. It's going to be in August in New York City. And we'll have thousands of people there from all sides of the industry, the affiliates, the networks, and the advertisers. And so that's it. If anybody has any questions, love to answer them.